Building strong social support systems is important for everyone, and for men, it could be life-saving.
That's why Florence Ann Romano wants to help men build a village, creating emotional health and stronger relationships. Florence is back now with more. Thanks for coming back.
My friends, I'm thrilled to be back with you.
We're happy to have you.
So what we're going to talk about could really apply to anyone, but we're kind of honing in on men today because it's Men's Health Awareness Month.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about when we're focusing in on men, what we need to focus on.
Well, everyone thinks friendship and they think it's girly, and I want to dismantle that. And two things happened after COVID. I mean, a lot of things happened after COVID, but two things. We had a friendship recession and a loneliness epidemic. And men are really at the heart of this loneliness epidemic. They don't make friends the same way we do as women. Do you remember that movie, I Love You Man, with Jason Segel and Paul Rudd, 2009? That is still so current. I think even more than it was before. And it's a comedy, and he has to find a friend because he's getting married, and the fiance is like, well, I didn't have any buddies. And so he goes out trying to find a friend, and there's like bromance ensues. But what's so funny about it is there's always truth in every joke, and that's why the movie relates. And I look at men's relationships today, and I think, we want to complicate it so much that they're so different than us, and women they think so much differently than men do. And really, I want people to step back and think, okay, it's still connection, it's still finding support, but why are we always looking to make men be like us? Why can't we meet them where they are? And that's a big point of friendship as well, is instead of you dictating everything and this is how you should process it, this is how you should communicate, it's, well, wait a second. We can speak a little bit of a different language here, but it's our job to give each other grace and figure that out.
Yeah, and I know you're focusing in on men's mental health for the month, but you hear a lot of statistics about how, one of the things to combat, dementia and Alzheimer's is having an active social life as you age. Right. And you're always talking about how important it is to have that village. Yes. So why do you think men are a little bit more hesitant to create that kind of network?
Well, it all comes down to something that we can all relate to, and it's asking for help. No one really wants to do that because we've talked about it before a little bit, that when you ask for help, you feel like there's this outstanding debt to someone that you may have. And men, when they ask for help, man, that looks like it's a sign of weakness. People want to say, man up, don't cry, don't do that. Well, I'm not asking men to sit there and talk about their deepest, darkest secrets. That's okay. That's fine. But men also want to connect. We may want to go to Home Goods and Dunkin' Donuts and we're just going to gab. That's great. That's what we want to do. But men, maybe you're going to be on the golf course. And I'll tell you something. I actually just was on a golf course with a bunch of guys. And I'm thinking, okay, so how are you guys doing? How's the day? This one guy says to me, I last minute got invited to come to this, and I'm with my buddies. I have a cold drink in my hand. It's exactly what I needed. And that sentence right there, it's exactly what I needed. Now, I, of course, want to dig into that. I'm like, what's going on in your life? Do you want to tell me more? Yeah, tell me more. I'm here to listen. But that line right there, I was like, but see, that's what he needed. That connection just there on the golf course. Maybe he didn't talk about what's going on in his life. Maybe he's going through a divorce, a breakup. Maybe there's been a death in the family. He's not going to talk about that. But what he wants is that moment of connection with people and maybe to escape it for a minute. So I feel like we need to start looking at communication and connection a little bit differently, because it's not a one-size-fits-all. It's a customized experience, and that's what we're trying to figure out here with connection and village and support.
So I've seen TikToks that are just like that, where it's kind of a trend now where the woman asks her husband, oh, you're on the golf course today. What did you talk about? So-and-so's getting a divorce. Oh my gosh, what happened? Why? Who's he with? What's going on?
He's like,
and there's, the man literally responds, I don't know. And I think our reaction is to be like, how do you not know?
Right, exactly.
Are you not really friends because you didn't ask these questions?
Yes, but it's not a barometer for the health of the friendship with men that way. And I even asked my brother-in-law at one point, I said, would you call your friend? Would you ask him if you needed help? He goes, oh, no. I mean, if it came up naturally, when does that come up naturally? So I feel like men, again, they communicate in a different way, but what we don't want to do is say that if you need to be emotional or you want to talk about something, that emotional state is somehow weakness. It's wise, but that's for everyone. It's not weakness. It is wise to ask for what you need and learn that communication style. Again, the way we say it may not be the same way as a man does, but one thing I love, I have my text message threads of all these people, right? I keep the text message threads of the people that I've talked to recently that have said something to me like, ooh, someone just had surgery, or they're postpartum, something like that. And I keep the text message thread, so when I go through my phone all day long, it reminds me, triggers my memory, oh, check in on her. Ooh, check in on him. And it's very quick. It's, how you doing? All good? Need anything? It doesn't have to be, again, you know, I want you to completely divulge all of your information to me, and I want you to be a puddle on the ground, and I want you to cry, so I really know you're feeling something. It's just that trigger of reminding someone that they're seen, they're heard, they're remembered, men need that too. And it's just a different way. That guy that went on the golf outing, he asked him, he went, that's what he needed that day.
It was perfect.
It worked.
Yes. Great. Oh my gosh.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Always full of insightful knowledge. For more information, you can head to FlorenceAnn.com or find her on the socials right there on your screen.